Well guys, welcome back to a brand new video here today, and something very different. Now, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, this is going to be a 100% race at Abu Dhabi, but with no rules. They are turned off, therefore you can do whatever you like. 55 laps here today from day to nighttime transition, and I can tell you now, it's going to be carnage. I originally signed up to this race for it to be just a regular 100% race, but then the prospect of a no rules race happened, and I was like, you know what, I can make this into a video and have a bit of fun with it. So we're going to see what a full-on race would be like around Abu Dhabi with no rules, which means you can cut as many corners as you like, you can jump at the start, you can do literally anything you think of. So here we go then. The lights are on, but people are going to get on with it straight away here. If you guys are going to enjoy this video, then smash that like button, guys, and subscribe for more crazy content like this. But here we go then, down towards turn 1 straight away. Everyone choosing their own custom lines. We've got cars all over the place spun around here, so we're just trying to make sure we try and survive, because damage is on and we can retire from a crash. We get our first virtual safety car, and I start to slow down to respect the delta, and then I realize a couple of seconds later, hang on a minute, there's no rules, we don't need to slow down because everyone was overtaking me. So I quickly realized, hang on, we don't need to slow down for this VSC, I could just go and get on with it. So you can see now suddenly the realization sets in once this car goes by. Hayden is getting overtaking me there, and that's when I realized, right, yeah, what am I doing? Let's just get on with it and have a bit of fun. So we get pushed back down to P17. You see a couple of cars driving past without a front wing. And here we go then, the start of the corner cutting. And you can see the car in front of us there, Foxy, losing the back end, going for a huge spin. And there's going to be loads of this. So already we're not even done a full lap yet, and it's already absolute carnage. End of the second straight, the VSC coming to an end, and you can see here we've got Hayden in front of us, another car in front of him as well, and everyone's just trying to find what the best racing line is, you know, around here with no rules, because you can do whatever you want. So as you can see, I'm trying to experiment here with a wider line, trying to see if I can go around the outside of Hayden here, who's missing a bit of front wing. So we make a nice move there now under the hotel, keeping it nice and tight, cutting the left-hander here as another car's had an issue, and we're going to go around the outside of both of them into this corner here, flat out, full commitment, getting pretty close to that wall on the left-hand side, and then cutting the apex of the final corner. And there we go, lap 1 is finally done. Now we've gone from last place up to P12. I chose to not qualify to make it a bit more interesting, and you can see we've got another car backwards at turn 1, another car here top jack to our right hand side with no front wing, so we breeze past and we go around the outside. We've got a car on the left there making some, a car in the middle of the track there to a standstill out of the race, and there's been contact up ahead. There's been another crash, oh my goodness me, and it's just absolutely crazy because you can't get penalized, so you can do whatever you want. Like I said, the only issue is getting damage or DNFing from a big crash. So we're now P7 after 2 laps. We get yet another virtual safety car, and of course now I've realised it means nothing, so I just get on with it and crack on as usual. We get towards the end of the VSC period, and we've caught up to a few of these cars here who are ahead of us on track. So we get past Flavor there in the orange car, and we go back to green flag racing. Someone out front setting the pace as Harry there leading the way. And look at this in front of us, a bit of sideways action. We swoop past and go on the insiders. This car ahead of us here, WG plays, going a bit defensive into the final corner, but we've got the run. DRS is now enabled as well, and we're going to try and put some pressure on here as we go down towards turn 1, just trying to find a bit of space. We go to the outside. Can we try and make this move work? We're going to try it. There's just not quite enough room. But then we get a nice little switchback here through turn 3. But WG Plays keeps the throttle pinned, and he's still there on the inside line. Down towards the hairpin though, he outbrakes himself and he's going to hit the wall and get some big wing damage. We managed to make the corner and we move up into the top 3. So just like that, after 3 laps, we've gone from last to 3rd place. And to be fair, out front, Harry's got a 12-second lead, so he's looking pretty comfortable out front. This video will definitely not be about clean racing. It's going to be a bit all over the place. I tried to cut this chicane here. It doesn't quite work though, and I go for a spin of my own, and then I quickly realize you're not able to cut the track on the grass. That triggers a 3rd virtual safety car in this race, which is crazy, and there's going to be a lot of that this race, so buckle yourselves in as DRS is re-enabled once again. You see in front of us, we've got WG Plays. He goes into the pit lane after hitting the wall, of course, earlier on in the lap, so we go back out to P4. We've also got another car in the pits, so we go back out to P3. And yeah, at this point, lap 4, things started to calm down slightly, and it was all about now trying to find the right line, find a bit of pace on these tyres, and just see how the car performs. Now, one thing I quickly realised you can't go flat out in a no rules race, because as you can see, your front tyres will absolutely melt. And I'm on mediums, I'm not even on the soft tyres, so I realised I had to actually rein it in a little bit and drive a bit slower to maintain and preserve those tyre temperatures. You can see now, this time I've done a much better job. We get another virtual safety car as Flavo retires from the race. Race leader Harry also in the pit lane, so he's the one to watch out for. He's going to benefit from this VSC as we take second place in this race now. And again, it's all about, trying to find that race pace. Ignore the virtual safety cars and whatever happens, because we're doing our own thing here. So you can see temperatures nicely under control. Now as we get a bit loose, rejoining the racetrack as we go back to green flag conditions, and we lose another car who's left from the session. Hayden now of the P4. Hayden Gullis, of course, my fellow Veloce teammate. He's currently got the fastest lap to his name, so I'm going to try and see if I can beat him. You can see I'm getting some pretty good lines now through this hotel section. I'm starting to find a bit of a rhythm and a sweet spot as to what the best lines are. And this was definitely, the second through was actually the best part of the track. It was so much fun running out wide here and then bringing the car back across to cut the final corner. It was so enjoyable. And actually, race leader now, Yashish, is in the pit lane as we set a new personal best. So we are going to take the lead of the race here. And it took me 6 laps to go from last to first place, which is crazy. So yeah, no, it's all about just enjoying it really and seeing just how fast you can really go around a no rules Abu Dhabi racetrack. So of course, straight on at the chicane here as always. I was experimenting a lot with the line here through the hairpin, and you'll see that line change a lot as we progress later on into the video. And then we get our first full safety car. And again, this was an unknown for me. I didn't know what to do, but then I quickly realized, hang on a minute, we don't have to slow down. It doesn't mean anything. So we can just get on with our race like usual. And what will happen is we'll just keep passing the safety car lap after lap after lap. You can see here, the safety car is waiting for me. I just drive past as someone's holding up the safety car, it looks like. So what's going to happen is, every time I pass the safety car is going to stop again and wait for me to catch up on the next lap. So pretty much every single lap, the safety car is doing about 100 meters and then come to a standstill. So the safety car is going to be out for a long time as we set a fast lap of the Grand Prix on lap number 8, and the dark skies starting to approach here in this race as we continue on now onto the end of that lap. And we've got a bit of traffic here. The safety car again making up another 100 meters here as we get a bit of a slipstream from that safety car. We're currently trying to negotiate some of this lap traffic here as we go to the outside. Surely not into here, into the chicane. Around the outside we go, and it's a beautiful move on the lapped car there, and we make a nice little bit of progress as once again we pass the safety car again on lap number 9. So he's actually made quite a bit of progress, to be fair, in that last lap or so. We then move on to lap 10, another fast lap of the Grand Prix. We improve even more, 20 seconds clear of Hayden Gullis out front, and life is good. We are cruising. I've managed to find a bit of a rhythm now, and definitely a kind of the best line around this track as we go even faster again on the next lap. But Hayden has cooperated me a little bit because I had a few moments where I tried to experiment with saving ERS by going a bit slower and taking the racing line as usual, but it didn't quite work. So pretty shortly we will be out of ERS deployment, and you can see now on lap 19, this is actually the lap I'm going to pit. So we overtake the safety car down the inside through there, nice little move, and I believe we're going to bail into the pit lane. Yes, we do. So the first and in theory only pit stop of the race, we're going to go for the mediums onto the hard tyres because the hard tyres shouldn't overheat. We get our wing fixed due to our multiple issues, and yeah, we rejoin in second place behind Hayden Gullis, who has already pit. So on paper, Hayden's going to the end, and so am I. So this could be a fun battle this between myself and Hayden Gullis as we get straight up to speed on these tyres and get to work getting past some lap traffic. You can see we've already lapped up to 5th place in this race, and we quickly got to work on these tyres, and you can see the gap now to Hayden is 1 second as we set a new fastest lap, and we are right on the back of him here as we go on to lap 23. So we're approaching half race distance. Hayden now has been on those tyres for a little while, so we're going to have a big advantage in terms of tyre performance. And like I said, I've definitely found the sweet spot in terms of what the line is and the best way to go around here. So here we go then. DRS, of course, is available. We go down towards the hairpin. We're going to cut the hairpin, and this is where I started to realise this was the better line to take through here. Hayden's gone out wide onto the dirty stuff, and we're going to see if we can make a move. Now, normally we'd use DRS, but because the safety car is out, and it has been out for ages now, we can't use it. It's offline, so we're going to have to use the old-fashioned slipstream to get a move here for the lead of the race on Hayden Gullis. And we tried to cut the grass again. It didn't work out last time. This time, we do manage to survive, getting a bit loose, rejoining there. It didn't quite work out, and Hayden holds the lead, but hold on, folks, and strap yourselves in, because this is not done yet by a long shot. As we go past the safety car, look at this, the speed we're carrying through here. And I was going to challenge Hayden, but then the safety car has triggered its natural mechanism where it's going to come in this lap. So we're getting slowed down by an automatic limiter on the cars, and we somehow give up 3 seconds to Hayden due to that safety car being into the pit lane. So unfortunately, we've got to make up that gap once again and catch him back up. We've got a car here who's just left the pit exit and has rejoined the lapped car, and I've got to try and get past him. So here we go. No DRS, because we've got to wait 2 laps for the DRS to be enabled, so we're going to have to get this one done again the old-fashioned way, just with straight line speed alone. And you can see we're not quite able to make a difference here. Default setups, but still no real progress. We go into the chicane though, and we're going to get a really sweet line here. We cut to the inside, it's very, very close, but we move ahead of that lapped car, and then another lap car there as well for good measure. And we can now once again begin our chase to try and catch Hayden up once again. And fingers crossed we can try and get him this time, as never mind, we get another safety car. So it's the return of the safety car once again, and you're going to be seeing that pretty much every lap now. So yeah, we're just going to keep on getting on with it. Again, we can ignore it and just do our own race. So the gap to Hayden now 2.5, 2.4 seconds now. We're really starting to close in. And again, I've got that big tyre benefit. And here we go. Now we're talking. We go past the safety car. We're within a second. We're going to cut the hairpin again there, get really, really close. And it's going to be pretty much a replay, carbon copy of the previous overtake attempt on Hayden Gullis here. But this time, we're actually a bit closer. And I'm going to see if I can try and challenge into the chicane using the little overtake that I have left. We're going to, duck and weave. We're going to go to the outside. Hayden cuts the corner. We try and keep the car nice and smooth. We get a nice exit and some good traction. And I think we might just be able to make a move happen here. We're going to try and push on with a bit more overtake as we approach this long left-hander, opening up the line, swooping the car in, carrying the speed. Little bump there as you rejoin the track. And we're going to try and cut underneath. Doesn't quite work. Hayden gets a bit of a better exit though. And again, this battle just continuing here through this completely made up racetrack. And here we go very wide into the hotel section. We get a beautiful line, and then look at this, swoop right back underneath, perfect switchback, and we take P1 in the race. And that was a brilliant undercut. And actually Hayden, I believe, spun out at the exit of that corner. So we overtake him, take P1 in style with, I've got to say, one of the slickest undercut sit-backs you will ever see. And we're now leading the race. Only 8 cars remaining, as we are pretty much half race distance now in this race. But we're not done yet, because now we've got even more lap traffic. So we've got to try and get past these guys. This race is being streamed, so Hayden can obviously let his viewers know what was happening, and at times he was trying to sabotage my race as well. So you can see how I'm trying to get past this traffic. We cut the hairpin, and we are going to get past the yellow car here, I believe, PW Jones, if it is, and then some other car in front. We've got the safety car mixed in here as well for good measure, and we're just trying to find a way past this traffic. And again, just it's fun to see these different racing lines around this inverted commas fantasy Abu Dhabi layout. And yeah, similar to with Hayden before, trying to find places to overtake. You can see here I'm just trying to make sure we get the run, and we're going to try and go to the outside here. This will be brave. Here we go. We swoop around though. We make it work. We went a bit wide, almost off the track there into the wall. We get the car slowed down using the very wide line through here, and we're now going to see if we can try and get past this blue car here and make another place up in terms of lap traffic. We're going to go for a similar move to Hayden with the switchbacks here, opening the line, then cutting back underneath. We get it once again, not as slick as before, but we still achieve the switchback anyways. And there we go. Hayden now 45 seconds behind. Yashish has taken second place, and then from 4th place down, they're all a lap down in this race. So we're looking very good in this race so far, and you could say we're kind of dominating as we move all the way onto lap 43 now, a long way into the future. We clip the wall and get some wing damage, and I was in such a good rhythm. I was doing so well. I was on a mission to lap every single car. You can see Hayden is 1 minute and 6 seconds behind. I was going to go to the end and try and lap Hayden. That would have been me lapping the entire field, but that mistake right there, just pushing a bit too much, meant that I had to pit. So we are going to box for the second time this race, this being an unscheduled pit stop, and we're going to go back onto those medium tyres, because at this stage the cars are a lot lighter and we shouldn't have any overheating issues. We get a brand new front wing, and away we go. Hayden will cut that deficit. Yashish will also unlap himself. The good news is that we get to push with fresh tyres and find our pace. You can see here I actually caught up to Hayden pit for soft tyres, and we're going to have a bit of a battle here because he was waiting for me. He was about to go a lap down. We're getting a slipstream here from the safety car again. fun little bit of racing, but we're going to make the move on Hayden here and try and lap him as we go to the outside. Hayden did not want to be lapped. He didn't want this to happen, so he was going to battle me very, very hard. But look at this. Look at the speed difference. We've got so much grip on these tyres. Hayden's soft tyres are overheating like crazy, and we're side by side here, getting squeezed right up against the wall, and now into this long left-hander. We're going to try and go around the outside, but it doesn't quite work. We don't get the grip. Instead, though, we go for a different tactic. We go for the lawnmower. We cut the grass and make a move down the inside of Hayden, and we once again get ahead of him. We lap him in the race. Hayden tries to go back down the inside. I'm going to try and go for a similar move here with a switchback. Hayden, though, covers it. He read it like before, and we're just still trying to get past it. It's so close. Hayden weaving all over the track here, and I'm just trying to get past because then we get squeezed into the wall. Oh my goodness me, that was so close. We almost get eliminated from the race and DNF, but luckily we just avoid it. We get a bit of wing damage in amongst all that carnage, and I still can't quite get ahead of Hayden and lap him yet, as the safety car is still out in this race. And we're now approaching the final 5 laps here, so things are coming towards the end of the Grand Prix now, and at this point I really don't want to DNF because I've done so well to do this, this much of the race. We do a bit of an aggressive move on Hayden there to try and get past because I know he's trying to take me out. So yeah, we get past, but you know what's going to happen now. We're approaching this brake zone, and I am very scared. Here comes Hayden. He's got the slipstream. I'm going to brake check him and try and see if I can upset him, but he takes me out. We hit the wall. Oh no, and Hayden is out of the race. But crucially, he didn't take me with him. We're still alive. So, of course, I'm going to pit now and put on some soft tyres. And we survived that crash, which was insane. I don't know how, but we did. And I get to go on with my race. So only 2 cars remain now in terms of being on the lead lap. And that is Yashish and myself. And at this point, Hayden tried to sabotage my race from his stream. So he was telling everyone on his stream, try and take me out. So he was rallying the troops, and yeah, they're going to try and take me out. In the meantime, though, let's go for a full lap, and let's see what a full no-rules lap of Abu Dhabi looks like. So you cut turn 1, you run wide on the exit, hit the apex at 2 and 3. Very straightforward so far. And then, of course, now into turn 4 and 5, you want to cut the chicane, go straight across, and then attack the hairpin, cut it nice and fine to the inside of the wall and make up a lot of race time there. We then get on the gas, on the power there, on the exit, using the little bit of overtake that we have. And you now get ready to slice across this next left-right chicane midway through the back straight. Important to bring the car over to the right-hand side as much as you can, down to 5th gear, and then throw the car in, cut the first part, and then keep it nice and straight through the second, over the bump, and then carry that momentum over onto the second straight. We then use the rest of our fuel, and we open up the line once again over to the right-hand side as much as possible to open the left, right, left, really attack it, pick up the apex, over the bump, rejoin the racetrack, and then pick up your apex through here. Easy on the power, on the exit. We then keep the car nice and tight to the right, cut the first apex, and then open up the line here as we approach the hotel section, flick it across, cut the apex, and then bring it over to the left hand side to keep it nice and tight under the hotel. Again, cutting both apexes, brushing the wall on your exit, and now keeping the throttle pinned through the left, flat out, open up the line, and then slow down, cut the apex of the final corner, and then floor it out of there to cross the line, and we set a 1:22.5, which was actually eventually the last final purple lap of the race. So there you go, that was a lap of No Rules Abu Dhabi, and now we're going to quickly refer and go back to Survive Abu Dhabi, as now you can see we've got 2 cars ahead of us here. Both of these guys are accepting and are responding to Hayden's orders of taking me out, so I'm trying to do a bit of wizardry here to not get taken out, and we do a lovely little shake and bake, and we feint the weave, and we survive 1 car, but we unfortunately don't survive the second one. We've been taken out again, we've lost our wing, but somehow we're still alive and we're still going, and in the process one of those guys actually took themselves out. So we've only got 1 more car, and that is PW Jones, who's trying to take me out. Eventually though, we box again for another set of soft tyres because I need a front wing. So here we go, we're going to box. In the meantime, because of these issues and me being taken out, Yashish is now catching me up. He's 30 seconds behind, but he's going to gain a lot more once I rejoin because of the pit stop, and you can see he's 13 seconds behind me. And here we are, last lap of the race. This is the last attempt. PW Jones is going to have to take me out. We pretty much set it up beautifully. He goes to the right, completely misses me, and there we go, we survive, and we make it to the end of the 100% no rules race. And there we go, we win here in Abu Dhabi. And there you go, a crazy race, a bit of everything. and a very unique experience. So yeah, overall, I'll take it. I enjoyed it. Running the Schumacher car, of course, with the Schumacher helmet and the Schumacher livery on the suit and the gloves as well. Full Schumacher package, of course, in tribute to Michael, whose record of 91 wins just got equalled by Lewis Hamilton this past weekend at the i4GP. But guys, that's going to be it from me here today for this very random one-off video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And with that said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more content like this and more daily F1 content on the channel. Also, check out the 2 videos on your screen right now if you haven't seen them already, guys. But that is it from me here today. Hopefully you enjoyed this random video, and I'll see you all next time for another video, whatever it may be. But either way, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.